My name is Megan, and I work at the Kate Waller Barrett branch in Old Town. I'm originally from Ohio, and I've worked for Alexandria Library for 10 years. So I work in adult services at the Barrett branch, and I do quite a variety of things. I help people use the computers, finding books and information that they need, do selecting of the books that we have in the collection, both fiction and nonfiction, and a lot of time is spent preparing events and programming at the library. So we have a few series that we do that are ongoing, and sometimes we have events that are special or one time. And one of my favorite things I get to do, the thing that makes me feel like I'm really giving back to the community, are programs about climate change and sustainability. I wish more people knew about the Barrett branch. One thing I hear often from people coming in is, I've lived here for years and I didn't know that this branch was here, or I walked by this building and didn't realize it was a library. So it's a very unique historic building, but it's sort of off the main road. It blends in with the architecture of the rest of Old Town. So it's a great little community library, very walkable to get to, and if there's not an event going on, it's a great place to work and read. So my favorite book is The Fifth Season by N.K. Jemisin, and it is a speculative fiction about thousands of years into the future in an Earth-like world. And the world has sort of been broken. Father Earth got mad at people for what they were doing. So in addition to our 4 seasons, they adds a 5th season when a destruction happens. There's a major hurricane, acid falls from the sky, and they can last for a year, 2 years, 10 years, 50 years, even longer. And so it's just a story about how people are surviving during these times. And it focuses on 3 women, Asun, Damaya, and Cyanite, and they are origins, which are people who have the ability to sort of pull energy from the earth to either act as a protection or act as a power or a weapon. And so it's sort of how these people live in this world with everyone else. It's very exciting, it's very relatable. I'm not a super science fiction reader, but the world building is relatable, and the characters are amazing. So it wasn't funny at the time, but our first Fix-It clinic that we planned here was still during sort of that COVID time when we needed to do programming outside. And so we were doing all of the events outside, and we had tents set up, and I had been looking at the weather forecast and knew that it was planning to, or could potentially be, a storm towards the end of our time. And so I was just hoping that things would hold off. And so we got through the event. It was great. Everyone had a good time. And then at the very end, the wind kicked up and the storm started to move in, and tents started flying into the street and blowing around. And I had this panic of seeing like headlines of patrons hurt at library event, and I was like, oh gosh, this is not how I wanted this to end. But what was great was everybody who was there came together and sort of pulled the tents in, held on to things so we could get everything wrapped up, and it really aided the spirit of what that event was about, bringing people together to work together to make things get done. So in the end, it worked out fine, but it was a little treacherous at the moment. My name is Megan, and I am Alexandria Library.